We've been fostering for 11 years. When it started out, support was not really there for us. We were plugged into a church, we had friends, so there were people that were supportive but didn't know where we were coming from, didn't understand foster care.
Fostering is really lonely, and we have found that about half of foster families stop fostering after their first placement. It's an especially big statistic when you consider what families have to do to become licensed to foster. I think you could sum it up just by saying they don't feel supported. They don't feel like they're doing this in a community of people who speak the language, who are compassionate, who are helpful in real ways.
We were foster parents for 5 years, and the entire time we did not know of anyone local that were also foster families. And so we just felt isolated. And when I was looking for that community, I looked online and came across the model of Foster Village and thought this is what I wanted to bring locally for us in Northeast Kansas. Foster Village exists to provide a village of support for families and caregivers and children in the foster care system. I think our village is two-part. I think our village is the families and the kinship caregivers that are caring for these children and the children themselves. I think it's the community that we're building through the support groups, through the caregiver night outs and our family events. And our second part of our village is that community. It's the volunteers and the donors that come alongside and support our families.
As first-time foster parents, getting a welcome pack and knowing that Foster Village was in town, it was really surprising because I think there's a stigma that foster care and being in the system is very isolating and there's not a lot of support. You're kind of on your own, and so to know that they were there and ready to help was really encouraging to know that we had what we needed if we needed something.
I think the tools and the resources that Foster Village gives helps relieve pressure on myself and on Sarah to show up as the boys need us to be. Being able to have a place that is willing to come alongside you and help you in what could be very difficult times.
So much of foster care is just normal parenting, but there are some things that are trickier. Most people have not had someone come into their home on a monthly basis for what seems like a judgment session. Is your house clean enough? Is your house safe enough? Are you compliant with this rule? And being with other moms who know what it feels like for someone to come into your home feels like a place that you can take a breath.
Having the community of support is so important for keeping foster parents engaged, because you know there's hurdles you're going to have to go over again. Foster Village helps to remove those hurdles. You've got a car seat, you've got clothes, you've got diapers, you've got people who understand what you're going through that you can talk through. Removing those hurdles helps them the next time, when it's time for them to get back into fostering after that first placement, say, I can do this.
Studies have shown that a child without a caring, loving adult has more risk for homelessness, addiction, incarceration, and that's why Foster Village is committed to providing holistic support for caregivers.
If a child doesn't have the support they need, their trauma is at least going to continue and it could get worse. And their big behaviors, whatever those may be, if those aren't addressed, that's going to impact their relationships. And if their relationships can't be healthy, then they can't learn to bond and attach. And if they can't do that, then the cycle is going to continue. As a child, even a child in the best of circumstances, there are so many choices during the day that they don't get to make. And then a foster child chooses nothing in their life. So we want to approach them as people and love them well, and the dignity of that human is very valuable.
Foster care is a series of yeses over and over and over again. And The yeses are easier to give when you know that there's someone who will help you.
These children need somebody to take care of them, and the time you pour into them, you might never see them again, but that is helping them to be a grounded person, to understand what love is, understand how to love. Just giving them a place where they could feel secure and grow without worrying, where am I going to get my next food from? Am I going to have shelter tonight? Enabled them to be the kids they are today.